Whatever you do in life, if you wish to be creative and intelligent and develop your own brain, you must do everything with the awareness of everything in some way connected to everything else. I came into SITC looking for something, even when I didn't know what it was. I told myself that at the very least it would be a good resume builder. I was able to convince myself that this would be my very first internship. It was probably understood, though, that I needed a change of scenery. So I thought, what better place than Boston to get some air? Instead, I got a monsoon. UMD, housing issues, anxiety deadlines, family struggles, interpersonal strain, and the stress of finances all followed me here, resulting in a lesson shimmering and crystal clear. Just because I run from my problems doesn't mean they will be patiently waiting for me to come my return. So in the spirit of true procrastination, I honed in on the present. Work harder at MPDC, I told myself. You're an outreach intern, so outreach, things will start to make sense then. They didn't. The harder I worked, the same creeping unease, the one that I paid $10,000 to SITC to escape, coming right back in. At UMD, despite everything, I at least had 9 this year. One thing I didn't care whether or not I was good at, or where I was, or how I felt before or during. Because when I was doing it, I was completely and totally absorbed. My heart. What I came to SITC treating as a hobby revealed itself, without any exaggeration, as the very thing keeping me from being swept up in that very same monsoon. As whenever I was totally immersed, the love I felt was truly special. To quote my mother, my head is very tough. So this realization took a lot more than I would like to. Back at UMass Dartmouth, I took a field trip with the MFA students. To the MFA with CPPA students as a business major. Because again, I was in need of a change of scenery. While there, I received my first sign that this might be my calling after I was sketching the Greek goddess Tish, the goddess of love, the goddess of fortune and luck. One of the trip supervisors noticed my sketch was pretty good. Later at lunch, she asked me why I spent so much time on that one in particular. I told her I found it weird that she puts a blessing and a curse in the same year. She holds bread, the symbol of life and abundance, and coiled around that very same arm is a snake, the symbol of death and misfortune. Until I returned, standing in that same spot, looking up at fortune personified, again, I realized something I had long forgotten. Cycles don't break themselves. You have to notice the mistake you made the first time. That first time at the MFA, and the rest of the CPPA students were all leaving from there, that same supervisor asked me why I'd never taken an art class before. I told her I'm a finance major and I don't have any electives left. She told me that's a shame. Those words are echoing in my head right now, especially now, as I found myself fortunate enough to be standing in front of a time she met. I finally did understand. I want to be an artist, like a real one, like Basquiat, and Alexander Caminel, and Miss Carlo, and Caravaggio, and the other Michelangelo, and maybe, if I get good enough, even Vincent. As I finished the second sketch of the Muse, I realized the experience that I had between those two visits didn't just deepen my own intuition, but they improved my art. So maybe I thought, life isn't a race. We're leisurely hiking in a place that you've never been before. Through Herald, true man of the times, not by accident, not as a hobby, but purposefully and patiently, an artist who's waiting for his best work to emerge from the chrysalis that life provided him. This speech isn't about convincing you. It's about finally admitting to myself loudly enough that I can no longer plug my ears and feign ignorance. Upon this realization, I began to understand that I didn't just get this purpose despite my circumstances, the culture, the major, or my experiences, but because of them. Because of the time I took from you, I think it's best to leave you with something. A saying from a man who helped me navigate the path that is my life, even when the winds disarm me, to enjoy my time in the sun. Whatever you do in life, if you want to be creative and intelligent, develop your brain, you must do everything with the awareness of everything in some way